Hi there. Today's piece is called Sleep Under Surveillance. I've become one of those countless menopausal women experiencing interrupted sleep. I've written about this before, how I can get to sleep and I can even get back to sleep, but I'm awake multiple times in the night. Annoying. You can read more about it on my blog. If I had a motto, it would be, if you don't like something, fix it. So I told my doctor about the sleep problem, including the fact I wake myself sometimes by snoring in my throat. Sleep apnea? He referred me to a sleep clinic. That was on a Friday morning at 10. I figured, as with most aspects of Toronto's non-emergency healthcare system, I was in for a long wait to get an appointment. They telephoned me 4 hours later. The chirpy woman at the other end, someone who clearly sleeps well, offered me the test that night. She expected me to do the emotional preparation in 6 hours. Yeah, that's not happening. And I told her so. Then she offered me the next night. Come on. Then I thought, oh hell, let's just get it over with. So I booked it Sunday. Come at 8:30. What should I bring? Think of it like a hotel. Indeed, that's what their website says. 5-star hotel experience at Universal Sleep Disorder Clinic. I arrived at 8:25 with my knapsack loaded with pajamas, a robe, my toothbrush, my laptop, clothes for tomorrow, and a book. At the desk, I encountered a man in a very large power chair lamenting loudly on speakerphone about how he would go number 2, given his chair wouldn't fit into the washroom. I felt for him, but his anxiety wasn't enough to supplant my own. The attendant came to the lobby. We both squeezed past the other patient's chair, and I went to room 6. It's not a 5-star hotel. No, definitely not. The bed is big, I'll grant them that, and there is a TV there, but the decor is white on white, not conducive to sleeping for someone like me who revels in color. The attendant pointed out a key feature of the room. If you need to use the washroom in the night, just wave your cell phone in the direction of that camera, he pointed out. Okay, I replied weakly. Not only was I about to be hooked up to God knows what, but I was going to be watched all night? Holy Hannah, this is going to be a shit show. What's a Wi-Fi? No Wi-Fi for patients, his curt reply. Then, complete that form. I need to hook someone else up to the sensors, and I'll be back in about 20 minutes for you. And he left. By then I was questioning the choice of cute PJs and robe. This really wasn't that kind of event. Thankfully, I'd chucked a pair of yoga pants in the bag. I pulled my bra off through the sleeve of my t-shirt and quickly replaced my jeans with the yoga pants, hoping no one was watching me right then. And then I completed the form. Such detail. How the hell do I know how often I'm actually awake in the night? I did my best. Then I turned on the TV and found some soothing Hell's Kitchen. Ramsay berating young chefs would surely distract. It did, sort of. The sleep tech fetched me partway through the blue team failing at the appetizer service. Ready for bed? Well, I need to go to the toilet and brush my teeth. Go. Newbie, I'm sure he was thinking. I scurried off to a utilitarian bathroom and rushed through my ablutions, stowed my toothbrush back in room 6 and met him in the hookup room. Not that kind of hookup. This was all about wires and glue. For 20 minutes, he affixed 22 wires to me, many in my hair to monitor brain activity. Would I be bald at removal? Some on my legs to monitor movement. There were belts around my chest to monitor breathing, EEG for heart, and a nasal cannula for airflow. I suspect there was a microphone in the room too to record snoring. Oh, and a sensor on my finger to keep an eye on my blood oxygen level. I asked nothing, too freaked out to inquire. All this is the result of post-facto research. Instead, he chatted about his life, Brampton, divorce, Pakistan, aging, his physician father and brother. I smiled and nodded and prompted more info. Once connected, we walked back together to room 6, me shuffling like a prisoner in shackles and carrying my box of wires. He told me to lie down and get comfortable to sleep. Right, like that's going to be easy. Then came the testing. Move your eyes left and right. Breathe heavily. Move your head, and so on. A few sensors got moved, and then another quick test. Then, remember, wave your phone if you need me, and he was gone. Thankfully, I had a strong phone charge. I resumed my Hell's Kitchen distraction. It was 9:45. At 10:15, what the hell, I'll try sleeping. Surprisingly, sleep came. Not fast, but within about an hour. I awoke a few times in the early night, and while I might have gone to the toilet if I'd been at home, I held off, not knowing what an ordeal it might be. At 3:30, though, I waved my phone, and he appeared magically, disconnected a few things, and sent me off with my box of wires in my hand, reconnected me when I returned. At 5, I awakened to him waking up someone else, perhaps the number 2 man, not sure. Not long after, he came into my room and escorted me back to the hookup room. He yanked the sensors off, pulling the glue with it. He was more gentle with the ones in my hair, leaving the glue behind. Complete that after questionnaire, then go home and shower, he instructed. Lots of shampoo. I darted through the morning form. Again, a lot of speculation. It was 5:30 when I got into my car. I looked a little like Cameron Diaz in There's Something About Mary. But it all came out in the wash, and my locks are still intact. The sleep study results? Well, they're a few weeks away. I'm prepared for an apnea diagnosis and for sleeping the rest of my nights with a CPAP. Am I thrilled about it? Not really. But I would be grateful for a proper night's sleep. To be continued.